Hello, everybody, and welcome to NASCAR.com GarageCam. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, bringing you live for 30 minutes, streaming inside the garage area here at Auto Club Speedway, race number 5 of the season. And oh yeah, we're going to start out with Cole Witt's Renai water tanks, water heaters. Number 98, Cole Witt, the Ginger Lion, as they like to call him, was rolling through the garage before. Here's the 32 boys, and there's Wally Rogers, crew chief, and the boys working on this puppy right here, the number 32. Kappa Can-Am machine, the rookie, Jeffrey Earnhardt. Cool thing about this is I went and visited these guys. I was out getting breakfast earlier this week, and they said, hey guys, stop by one of the West Series teams out here, the Sunrise Ford team out of Fontana, California, driving the K&N West Series. Open their shop for these guys. Gave them their surface plate so they can scale the car, work on it in between. Really cool to see that because, you know, old school racer stuff right there of a short track team opening up their doors and allowing one of these NASCAR Sprint Cup Series teams to come in and make it a kind of a home away from home. So a great little feel-good story this week out here in California. The rookie, Jeffrey Earnhardt, attempting to make his first start here in the Sprint Cup Series at Auto Club Speedway. Chris Buescher in the Love's truck stop number 34. We stopped in a Love's truck stop earlier this week. NASCAR Goes West. We've stayed out here. We've been having fun, doing a lot of shoots for you. We had the Bubba Blaney deal, Toyota Day yesterday, all sorts of good stuff. Check it out on NASCAR.com. Michael McDowell's a new paint scheme for Michael McDowell this weekend. We got a lot of cars to show you, so we're going to keep it rolling here on NASCAR.com. And hey, if you want to see clear, you need the Visine car. Yeah, that was a bad joke. But hey, it is Clint Boyer's car, the new paint scheme this weekend. Visine, the primary sponsor on the Harry Scott Motorsports. Number 15, Clint Boyer, right alongside teammates parked next to each other in the garage area. Michael Annette, the 46, Flying J, Chevrolet. Hudson Hall, PR guy extraordinaire. Oh, new gloves. Well, we got some new rolling. 46 is a rolling. Oh, yeah. David Reagan's number 23 being backed out here. The Dr. Pepper ride. And of course, David's still on baby watch. As his wife Jacqueline is expecting pretty much any time. Oh boy. Jeffrey Earnhardt and Matt DiBenedetto. What you guys doing besides row hugging?
Just a lot of hugging. That's about it.
I mean, you can feel the love.
Oh, obviously. Anytime I'm around Matt, it's nothing but love. No, we were actually discussing how fine of a job he did at Phoenix.
Yes, he did. Great weekend.
It was a great weekend. I was pretty happy for him.
All right, this is your first time running a cup car here at Auto Club Speedway, and this place has changed over the years, and it's now just one heck of a racetrack with multiple grooves and kind of getting old and wore out. Has this guy right here, who's not really a veteran but kind of has some experience here, given you any pointers?
He's giving me a few. He just tells me to stay behind him, and I don't know what that means, but he says as long as I don't pass him, I'm good. But no, we actually ran decent here last year in an Xfinity car, so I'm excited to be back here. It's a fun, big track. Like you said, it's getting some character to it. Now if I can just keep up with Matt, we'll be doing all right.
All right, buddy. Jeffrey Earnhardt, what about you there, Debo? Big week for your team last week at Phoenix.
Yeah, that was cool. That was a really good run for us. That was fun to be beating some cars that are obviously on a lot higher budgets than us. So we can keep on doing that. You know, I want to stick around the sport as long as I can. So if we can keep doing that, I think that's going to be good for our success. And wow, these cars are loud.
What?
Exactly. So Jeffrey didn't give you the full explanation. I gave him the best pointer I could have gave him. So I was telling him about the racetrack. What you do is when you get to the start-finish line, you want to hurry, and then you get to this left, and you get through that left turn, then hurry to that one, and you get through that one as fast as you can. And the object is to get back to that start-finish line faster than everybody else, and I think he's going to have a good weekend.
Do you think you can handle that? That was a lot to take in.
I mean, that was a lot to take in. I think I'm going to have to sleep on all them notes.
Okay.
You know, it's going to take me a while, but maybe by the start of the race, I'll have it figured out.
All right, Jeffrey Earnhardt. I'm sure he'll be driving around one of those Can-Ams this week. I think I'm going to drive around in one of them. I want to check one of those out, but Matt DiBenedetto's number 83 team here, the BK Racing Squad. What a week, what a performance for them last week at Phoenix. A great run all weekend long for this number 83 team. Landon Castle alongside of the MDS. Well, it's got one sponsor on it, but man, this is a very plain paint scheme. I actually kind of like it. Some of the plainer paint schemes are some of my favorites. Brian Scott, the number 44, right alongside. Got a little Trisket on the side of the number 44. The Casey Mears ride, the number 13 right here. We were just in Bakersfield, California, doing something with Kevin Harvick, where Casey Mears is from, and his whole family had photos all over the restaurant that we went to, Luigi's in Bakersfield. Here's the number 44 of B. Scott, Brian Scott. Steven Gonzalez working on the right front right there, and here's B. Scott. All right, man, you got that rookie stripe on the back, but you're not really a rookie here at California. Oh, that was amazing. What a save by Brian Scott. Kick save and a beauty.
Apparently, I can't put my foot on that.
Hey, but you can put your foot on the right pedal.
Yeah, I really love California. This is one of my favorite racetracks. Last year here in the 33 car, we had a good run. Didn't end well, but we were really fast, showed a lot of speed. Obviously, with Chris Heroy on the box, him and Kyle Larson battled for the win here. So we're excited, we're optimistic. Really happy to have Shore Lodge, Whitetail, Albertsons, Ritz, Twisted Tea, everybody that we have here on board. Looking forward to it.
Did I see you had a new pair of pajamas, a matching pair of pajamas, you and your son? What was that about?
I couldn't resist. We spent this week in Wyoming at the King's Place, and I went into Jackson Hole one day, and while I was looking for some gifts for my family, I found a pair of long handles with the butt flap in both my son's size and my size, so I had to get them.
That's awesome. Don't wear them to the racetrack. Brian Scott, the number 44, you see Whitetail on the side of it, and some Triscuits. Who doesn't love some Triscuits? Maybe Paul Menard could have some Triscuits. He's got a new sponsor on the hood, the FBP Chevrolet, this weekend. You hear that noise? That's Casey Mears' car. I'm going to try to avoid Casey Mears because he gave me an assignment to bring him back some bakery goods, and I kind of forgot them today in my refrigerator. So yeah, let's avoid Casey Mears as much as we can. Ryan Newman is number 31. Hey, let's get some shout outs. We haven't seen this darn tablet all day. Let's say, do it Louis DiDonato, the first person in chat room. This isn't like your 4th or 5th pole award this year, but Emma Hart. Oh, Emma Hart, you wanted to see Paul Menard's machine as well as a few others, the Landon Castle machine and Chris Busher's car here on the kind of like the backside of the garage. A cool request, Mike Smith. It's going to be a nice 80 degrees on Sunday. That's right, Mike Smith. Beautiful weather all weekend long here in Southern California, Fontana, California. Just about an hour or so, well, without traffic, outside of Los Angeles, California. Tax Act. New paint scheme for Danica Patrick. See if you can get a good look at it here on the other side. These crew guys are blocking it a little bit here, but we can give you a good look. And make sure you check out the paint scheme preview every week. We try to put it up on NASCAR.com so you can get a preview. And if you don't see it there, you can see it first here before they hit the track on NASCAR.com. GarageCam. The number 14, a new paint scheme this weekend. For Brian Vickers, still filling in for Tony Stewart. Got to talk to Tony last week after the races, about an hour and a half after the races in the garage area. He was hanging out with the crew guys, helping everybody get the trailer loaded, which is pretty cool to see. And Tony told me he feels really good, actually. He was on his feet a lot on Sunday, and it didn't bother him at all, so that's a good sign. So, of course, he's starting his rehabilitation, and we really wish Tony Stewart, a true racer, the very best and a speedy recovery. Can't wait to see him back here in this number 14. Trevor Baines, number 6, the Tennessee kid. He was a rookie last year, and then here's a rookie, high-profile rookie this year. Chase Elliott, the number 24, attempting to make his first Sprint Cup Series start here. Aaron Luttrell, hi Matt. I'm in school again. Can I see the number 24 and the 88? The 88's on the flip side, but we're going to show you Chase Elliott's car. Okay, if you're in school, make sure you don't get in trouble with your teacher now. Make sure you do all your homework. I sound like a parent. Well, I am a parent, but my kid's 6 months old. But hey, have fun in school. Watch GarageCam. If you can't, don't get in trouble. Watch a replay. But we love having you, Aaron, live here on the show. Hopefully you're getting a big smile, getting a shout out. We like to give as many shout outs as we can. Snaking our way through the tires here, we see the number 7 Chevrolet from the Tommy Baldwin Racing entry. Regan Smith, Trey Tomano pushing it there. Son of former NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour champion Jamie Tomano pushing that car. Alan Gustafson walking right here. This is behind the scenes. You never know who you're going to bump into. You might even bump into CJ Latirzo, our audio guy. Look at this guy. Or Justin Beatty right here. Beatty's controlling the tablet today. So if we don't get your shout out, send all your hate mail to... Just kidding. We have fun here on NASCAR.com GarageCam, and so does this driver when he's doing good. One of the best attitudes, one of the best personalities in our sport right here. AJ Allmendinger in the Scott's Products, number 47 for JTG Racing. The Biff, right alongside. New red, white, blue paint scheme for the Biff. The Ford EcoBoost colors this weekend. We've seen these colors on their Xfinity Series car, but this week on the Cup car. Ryan Patty, the crew chief, and the crew getting this thing ready to go. It's already backed into the stall, so we're not too far away from being done. Final touches. Heartbreak for this number 17 team of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. They've been running really strong this year, and last week, unfortunately, their day ended in the wall. Hoping to rebound here. They've been the top team for Roush Racing in that Ford program over there at Roush in Concord, North Carolina. The Mississippi driver, hoping to get it back on track this weekend. Kyle Larson, oh man, Kyle Larson can run here, I'll tell you this. He's got an Xfinity Series win here, and Kyle Larson is fast at a place like this. Multiple grooves, seams, really, really high speeds, and some good tire fall off. This surface here at California Speedway, this 2-mile surface, has really started to wear out, and that's something that the racers, if you talk to them, are all salivating about, because it seems like every year when we come here to California, it just gets better and better and better. Number 20 of Matt Kenseth. D-Walt on the side of the car. And there's Nigel taking a picture of Matt Kenseth. All right, Matt Kenseth. I know it's loud in here, but we're just talking about this race surface here. It seems like every year it gets better and better and better.
It gets older and older every year. Every year it gets a year older.
So it's kind of like you. You just get better and better.
I get older too.
And you get older?
Yeah.
So are you racier, just like this racetrack, than you were when you're maybe a 22-year-old kid?
You know, I like this racetrack a lot. It's changed a ton since the first time I came here. It's got really rough. The seams get really wide. So all joking aside, you don't really know what it's going to be like till you get out there, because we only come here once a year.
All right, Matt Kenseth, thanks for your time here on NASCAR.com GarageCam. Just having fun with us. And there's that D-Walt number 20 car. Jamie Mack, the McDonald's entry. 23 starts here at Auto Club Speedway. Still has yet to get a win. Has a third place finish though. So it's not like Jamie McMurray doesn't have the performance here. He just has not been able to put that win together. Some people looking at Casey Kane right now as a possible winner this weekend. This team seeming to turn things around as of late. A little loud here, although if it wasn't so loud, we talked to Casey Kane. There is Casey. Leah Bartlett, can I please see the number 5 of Casey Kane and talk to him if you get a chance? Well, you see this wheel turning. If it wasn't blasting right now, some noise, we would probably talk to him. But, Leah, I apologize. It's loud. Fueled by Bacon, the number 43. You just saw this car if you were watching on NASCAR Facebook, where you did a little Facebook Live on NASCAR's Facebook channel. Had a little bit of fun. Ryan Blaney, the number 21. Hey, let's give a big shout out to Michael Smith, the guy that we call Andretti. One of the longest running pit crew members in this garage, works on this 21 team. And I'll tell you what, Andretti tore a bicep last week during a pit stop, and he's one of the more respected racers, pit crew guys here in this garage area. So Andretti, if you're watching this, buddy, speedy recovery. We expect to see you back at your home track at Martinsville. You know, he's a Virginia guy. Of course, he's not going to miss that. But Andretti, these guys are missing you big time. But Jeff Dowson, a veteran crew member, has stepped in his role. Jeff Dowson, of course, worked with Rusty Wallace, all sorts of guys back in the day. When I first came in this sport, he was a veteran. And there is Jeff Dowson. Check it out. He's working on the right front. Anytime you get a Jeff Dowson sighting on NASCAR.com, that's pretty cool. If you guys know the garage area, you know a guy like that. Brad Keselowski, the number 2, the Deuce. Put the Worth paint scheme on it right here. It's already got a W this year. And of course, he's the defending winner of this race here at Auto Club Speedway, Brad Keselowski. Trinity Miller. Matt, I'm Trinity from Ohio. Oh, hey, Ohio. Want to see my number 2 car today, please, and shoot it out on the cam too. I like my 2 car. You really like your 2 car. You want me to get pictures of it too? We'll do our best. Here's your machine right here, the 4. Check out that Penske logo on the back, the anniversary logo. Pretty sporty right there. And here you go, Trinity, the right side of Brad Keselowski's Deuce. Oh, you never know, it's live. We just go anywhere we want. Back over here to the 21 car. And there's Ryan Blaney. He's had a lot of fun this week, but he looks like he's getting to work here, opening up the computer screen. Big information there. Are you looking at American Idol stuff, or you getting plugged back in?
I'm getting plugged back in. We're ready to go practice here, and we'll make some qualifying runs and get ready for tonight's qualifying.
It was a fun weekend for you, bottom line.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we got to do a lot of cool stuff, and going to American Idol, and we actually got to meet Alan Colbert from Happy Madison Productions. That was so cool, and I'm a big fan of all those movies. So we did a lot of cool stuff here in Los Angeles, and now it's time to go back to work at the racetrack.
What about this racetrack makes you salivate? Because I know a lot of drivers love this place with the seams, the multiple grooves, the high speeds, and it's kind of getting a worn out surface now too.
It has been. It's actually my first time here. It's been my first laps on the racetrack this morning, so from what I've looked up, the data, and always watching the races, it puts on a great show, and I know the fans and drivers love this place, and it's kind of the perfect racetrack, really wide, and it just has a lot of options. So we'll see how our car is today, and hopefully we'll get this motorcraft quickly forward, running well.
All right, thanks a lot. Ryan Blaney, that number 21 right here. Looking forward to get on the track for his first time. I thought he maybe made an Xfinity Series start here, but that's pretty cool. First time on the track for Ryan Blaney will be this practice session. Oh, throw him to the wolves. There's no more testing anymore in NASCAR unless there's a NASCAR affiliated sanctioned test. So for a young driver like that, that's got to be a little nerve-wracking. Check it out, the Dale Earnhardt Jr. machine right here in the garage area. Really special paint scheme this week for Dale Earnhardt Jr. and the Nationwide boys. You see the top of the hood right there? Batman. All right, so who's it going to be, NASCAR Nation? All you GarageCam fans, is it going to be Batman or Superman this week? Who's going to be the winner? You got Batman over here with Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the number 88 car, and you have Jimmy Johnson in the number 48. We'll show you that Superman ride coming up here soon, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. Check out the steering wheel. Max Pappas tweeted this out. Cool steering wheel. So if everybody's who's a Dale Earnhardt Jr. fan, gotta love looking at that really neat gray steering wheel by MPI with the Batman insignia on it. Let's roll, because we got a little walking to do here. While we walk, let me walk on this side of Beatty. While we walk here, let's look at the tablet and see if we can give some shout outs here while we're walking. Jim Lees. Hi, Matt. Please show my homeboy Truex. I think we're getting right up to Truex because I see that Furniture Row hauler right in front of us. But, you know, hey, we can't cut to another camera here. This is live streaming, baby. So we're hoofing it. We're walking for you. We're kind of walking swiftly for you. We'll get back to you there, John Odell. But Anonymous. Thanks for all the shout outs. We love you guys in West Virginia. You need a name, man. Come on, man, get a name. I love it. Taylor Edwards chiming in on the chat room too. Trinity again. Oh. And yeah, Luis DiDonato, man, you are like the pole champion this year. All right, out of breath, but we've made it here to this side of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series garage. And there is the number 78 of Martin Truex Jr. The Denver mattress machine. 18 races here. 0 wins for Martin Truex Jr. 6th in 2008. His best finish. So the Mayetta, New Jersey native. Hoping to turn it up here. Was at Toyota Day yesterday. The number 3 of Austin Dillon. Dillon 2 races here. His best 2014 was a 11th place finish. But right next door, Joseph Logano. Joey Logano. He's got the Auto Club colors on the number 22. And check that out. He's helping the crew out right here. Helping out the boys with the tires. You always gotta love when a driver doesn't just sit on his hands. He likes to help out. That's always a sign of you know, usually pit crews love it when their drivers get involved. Joey Logano there helping his crew out. What's up, Joey? Hey, man, I saw you had a good time between here and there. I mean,
did. We did a lot of cool things.
Did you burn out like 422 cars or what?
I don't understand. I drove a car every single day I was out here, and it just let me get burning the rubber off them. And I don't know why, but every meeting we went, they're like, "All right, you want to go do a burnout?" And I was like, "Sure." I mean, if I have to.
Well, they know you do good ones, so.
Yeah, so I was all about it. You know, anytime you can roast the tires off somebody else's car.
Well, hey, the goal is this week is you've got the Auto Club car right there. The goal is to burn it down with your car. You still have yet to get a win here in California. You finished 3rd here before, so what's it going to take to get it done?
We've had fast cars here the last few years. We just had things go wrong. We're really close to winning a few years back. We had a rear gear brake. We had pit road penalty last year, so we're so close to it. I really want to win here. It's such a cool racetrack, and you only get one shot a year at it. And it's a really cool trophy. I don't know if you've seen the trophy, the surfboard and the old Woody wagon with the car in the back. It's really cool, so I want to have one of those.
All right, Joey Logano, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. The number 22 here. Denny Hamlin alongside another driver who has a lot of starts here, but no wins here. He's kind of been snake bitten when it comes to Fontana, California. Has been the Virginia driver. Of course, a few years ago got injured here in a pretty big accident. 14 races, but he has 3 pole positions, so he knows how to make a fast lap here. Another guy with the best finish of 3rd joining Joey Logano. Let's cut through here, guys. This is the bouncer. This is the bouncer of this pit area. Hey, I see you're the bouncer of the 78 pit. Are we allowed to pass through here?
You ain't allowed through here.
No?
No.
Is there a password?
Nope.
No password? All right, let's see if he tackles us. Martin Truex Jr. sitting, chilling out, having a good time. But we got to get over to this other side because I've got a feeling talking to some of these teams that some cars are going to roll out early. So you know what that means. We want to show you all the cars every week on NASCAR.com GarageCam, including this really cool new paint scheme, the Subway car. A little body work going on this number 19. It's a beautiful paint scheme, but you're looking at this and you're wondering, what is this clear wrap going on the left side of this car? Well, they want to keep the dust out of this car, so that way when they get at speed, Carl doesn't get a face full of it. But a little bit of sanding work going on here and a little massaging to get this car right after technical inspection. So all sorts of nuances, man. They don't just roll these things off and go racing. These crews have to work really hard. Check out this paint scheme right now on the number 19. And hey, we got a vacuum or a blower right here, so we're gonna have this thing primed and ready to go for practice. Kurt Busch's Monster Energy number 41, right next door. But here's the car that everybody's been talking about this week. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s car is Batman. Over here here, you got Superman, Jimmy Johnson, the number 48 Lowe's machine. What a cool paint scheme. This has got to probably be one of the top paint schemes I've ever seen. A lot of photographers surrounding these guys. Well, that's because, let's get you in the garage and show you why. Well, let's go over here first since they're talking and show you Kevin Harvick's number 4 car. Winner last week at Phoenix. Got it done in one of the most spectacular finishes in the history, the long history of Phoenix. Inside the garage now of our champion, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch over here, chat Wesley Lath and the boys working on the car. There's Kyle Busch and Jimmy Johnson inside the garage hanging out. See if we can show you this beautiful paint scheme. The number 48 of Jimmy Johnson, the Superman car. Hey, you fantasy gurus that play NASCAR.com Fantasy Live, pay attention to this Jimmy Johnson machine because he has the best driver rating of anybody here at Auto Club Speedway. 5 wins. His last win coming in 2010. Johnson strapping in here, hopping into the Superman ride. Superman getting in his, well, I guess you'd say that's his phone booth. Jimmy Johnson's phone booth right there in the number 48. The cool Superman hat on. But Jimmy Johnson is one of the only drivers here to win this race from the pole. Actually, I think he is. He's the only driver to win this race ever from the pole position starting spot. Remember this, 5 wins here. But folks, let's talk about Jimmy Johnson's dominance here, because it's not just the 5 wins. He's got 5 runner-up races, 5 runner-up finishes here as well. Unbelievable. 21 races this Lowe's driver has competed in at Auto Club Speedway. 15 of them have finished in the top 10. 12 of them in the top 5. So think about that. 10 of those 21 races, he's either finished first or second. That's an amazing stat. Jimmy Johnson can certainly get it done. The El Cajon native putting on his Superman helmet right now in the garage area. We're getting ready for practice here on NASCAR.com. Make sure you follow your live leaderboard as Kyle Busch straps into the number 18 Candy Rocket. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the chat room. We're giving you enough shout outs. Keep them rolling right here. Probably not going to be able to talk to any drivers at this point, but Kyle Busch trying to catch up to Jimmy Johnson. 3 wins here at the Auto Club Speedway, including that 2 in a row that he had in 2013 and 2014. And not too shabby either. 12 top 10 races, 12 top 10 finishes, 12 in 17 races. So only 5 races he's finished outside the top 10. Those are some stats right there. You see right here, Jimmy Johnson's car is about to get backed out here, the California native from El Cajon, California. NASCAR has a rich history here in California. The first time they raced here, 1951, Corral Speedway. Marshall Teague in the Hudson Hornet took the victory in that race. So a lot of history here. 15 different tracks have raced here in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. There's only 2 on the schedule now. We got Sonoma, we got here. As you see that beautiful Superman car get rolled out. It's about to get backed in here. Of course, we used to race just up the road in Riverside, California. Of course, we also used to run just up the road at Ontario Speedway, but now Fontana here, Auto Club Speedway. And boy, this place is fast, and the surface has produced some amazing racing. I know a lot of people said, well, the racing wasn't that great here at first. Well, guess what? It's totally the opposite now. Jimmy Johnson, the 5-time winner, he's not going to go back in his stall. He's going to go back out onto the track. He's going to be the first one to hit the pavement here at the California Auto Club Speedway. 137 races here in California, in the Golden State, Ascot Stadium, Oakland Stadium, so many really cool places. But Jimmy Johnson, one of 5 multiple winners here. Kyle Busch as well, the car you see right in front of us, a multiple winner here. Kevin Harvick has 1 win, he's alongside. Only 5 multiple winners. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon won the first race here in 1997. The cars are rolling out on the track right now, and we're going to get ready to fire it up. We've got another Garage Cam ready for you, a really entertaining one, I'm telling you. Tune in to the NASCAR Xfinity Series Garage Cam show. That's 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be 11:30 here local in California, so make sure you tune in and check it out. Carl Edwards, they're still working on the A-post of that car right now after massaging it. They're going to put a little new decal on there so it's not rough. This car right here, it's not paint, remember. So a full wrap on these JGR cars. Carl Edwards, winner here in 2008. We'll talk about consistency and performance here. 14 top 10 finishes for Carl Edwards in, I believe, 18 races. So unbelievable for what this Subway driver has been able to do. That's it for NASCAR.com Garage Cam. We're going to be back with you, of course, on NASCAR Xfinity Series Garage Cam as these cars get ready to crank it up for the first practice of Auto Club Speedway weekend. Make sure you tune in to the Auto Club 400 at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 12:30 local. Sunday, March 20th, of course. Tune in on Fox, MRN if you're on the radio, and of course you can listen on Sirius XM NASCAR. I'm your host, Matthew Dillner, and until next time, we'll see you at the races.
For all the wild finishes, checker flags, and burnouts, keep it right here on NASCAR.com.